So we'll see if that's something that comes up, potentially even in the village.
Absolutely. Well, nothing but a big 20 in our first chest for our runners. It's the most common item in the game. There's 28 of them. So you can kind of expect to see it a few more times as we go through here.
So I was having a quick look to see some little fun facts about the two of them. Alucard, he says that he would like to see the book. He likes seeing the book right away. He doesn't particularly have anything that he absolutely hates. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's the bow. I swear I'm not a witch. I have been accused of being a witch in the past. I'm not, I promise. And we have the single green rupee. Is the single green rupee the only one that we find?
No.
Oh.
There are two of them. There are two of
There's
them.
two, okay.
But we have a really interesting development here. The short sword guards are dropping 1 bomb and 8 bomb consecutively in their prize packs. And Mclagging got both of them, and Alucard got none of them. So, yeah, Alucard has to, if he kills some of these short sword guards, he'll get bombs. Like, he'll at least get 1 for the first kill if he gets that 50-50. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen. And he is getting no luck. He is 0 for 4 right now.
Oh man, so we did see a very fast check on Alucard's side, and I saw crystals in Eastern Palace and Tower of Hera. Oh, and it looks like our wonderful tracker has tracked that the Desert Palace is green pendant. So we have it figured out now.
That's some good stuff going on. Some nice early plays. Desert Palace is the green pendant. It's early enough that could put, you know, Sahasrara as a person of interest this particular game. And unfortunately, it is a bow no more, as Mclagging picks up the short sword in the vanilla boomerang chest.
That's always exciting to see a sword right away.
It absolutely is, and I think even though we have a sword, we're still going to drop 4 arrows into our ball and chain guard. I agree that that's probably the fastest strat. Alucard might do a pot and 2 arrows. Nope, he's going for 2 pots. He wants to hold on to these arrows. We got some people in chat already kind of picking out some areas that they think some interesting trolls are going to be in. I see Sahasrara having the powder. It's a little fetch quest and a fetch quest action there.
Oh man, that is definitely a fetch quest and a fetch quest.
Alright, let's hope Alucard kills some of these short sword guards and gets these drops that are just waiting for him. Oh, it's the short sword guards, Alu!
Oh no.
And as soon as we get more information on Mclagging, I'm sure he's definitely going to be getting those back of escape chests. Alright, so you have the sword, you have the bow. Where's the first place you're going?
Oh, Eastern Palace.
You're just like, let's just go straight to... You know, it's not a bad first play. It's a crystal. If you're comfortable with dark rooms, you can just, you know, finish it up real fast. Oh, okay, Alu got a bomb.
That's
Everything's
exciting.
better.
That's good.
He's been getting no drops, though, this entire time.
That is too bad. And there's our blue... Yeah.
Yeah, the best item in the entire game. Alright, so we got this one bomb to show us what the 3 items in the back of the escape are. I'm hoping for lamp, which would make Eastern very much in logic.
So far, no lamp.
Nope, just a whole bunch of cash to go buy some bombs and cry about. Or maybe buy a bottle, not sure.
Maybe both. Okay, well, he has 4 bombs, so that's a respectable amount. It might get him through the first sphere of this wonderful map.
Absolutely, it should be about 3 bombs that you want to get through the 3 important places, and you just got 3 extra ones for Kakariko.
Well, there we go. So they don't need to worry about buying any bombs.
It's always nice getting basically a really nice weapon like the bow, and then also getting the sword and escape. It's kind of comforting. Not gonna have to search the whole rest of the game to kill enemies with random weapons that you find. Alright, not much off of the hoarder there, just single rupees like his vanilla way. And a big 20 hanging out in the lumberjack. Alucard doing a quick check there. Which means...
Yeah, always good information.
Absolutely. Information can be very, very key in staying ahead or getting ahead in this game.
Oh, that's always nice to see. Although getting a Master Sword so quickly, that almost is saying it might be an Aghanim seed.
Absolutely, we're just a lamp away from making that a reality. And not finding the gloves and a hammer or the mitts. And I guess you don't really need to find a Moon Pearl, but finding one will definitely make it a lot nicer. You need to find the Moon Pearl. Oh boy, chat's getting heated up about this this potential of an Aghanim seed.
Everyone loves Aghanim seeds.
Everyone but the runners.
Well, yeah.
Alright, so we got a quick 5 items down here in Blind's hut. I mean, could be anything. Let's think about the possibilities here. Maybe we're gonna get a piece of heart, a small shield, another piece of heart, a single arrow. Go ahead.
Oh, I just really love when I see the single arrow. So nothing in Blind's hut. Let's see if the well has anything.
Yeah, hoping the well has some good. I do know that Alucard, whenever he sees the single arrow, pretty much, he's like, that's game over. I've done everything I need to. I mean, I'm glad he's going to continue playing for our sake, but, you know, he's pretty much there.
Oh man, Kakariko. You've got to have something for the runners. Okay. That's not too bad. Having the mirror.
Yep, finding the mirror in the back of the well, then the Moon Pearl, then a bottle, and then an arrow upgrade. Yay. Admittedly, one of these items not as good as the others.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can now check out Sick Kid, exchange the bottle. Man, so they got a 50% return on their investment.
Yep, bottle vendor not being very kind, but not being as evil as he normally is.
Mm-hmm.
Got Alucard jumping into the chicken hut. Gonna get an item here.
Ooh. there's a hammer, so maybe they'll find the glove.
That would be
And
the
then
hope.
they won't have... Yeah, that is the hope for the runners.
And the hope for us is that one glove is in Palace of Darkness and the other glove is somewhere else in the Dark World.
And there's a fetch quest.
Yep, sick kid is keeping mushrooms in his bed. Probably why he's sick today.
That is a huge fetch quest. We got the bottle to the mushroom to the witch.
Can't imagine what the witch is gonna have. Probably a big 20, but what if it's the shovel?
Man, that would really be I don't know, what do you want to call it? Like a chain of fetch quests?
That's a super fetch quest chain. Alucard checking out the library, seeing a big 20, and instead of checking what's at the race game, he's just going for it. Walked right into the quarreling brothers' house and is like, I'm just gonna walk my way over. I haven't found much in Kakariko, although he's found a lot, and maybe this is gonna be worth it.
Oh, I mean, it was a good idea. Oh, he's gonna pick it up anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, if you put the time investment into it, he picked up a piece of heart at the race game. And it's one of those, he's still at 3 hearts, you've been through Kakariko, you found 2 other pieces of heart. This may be like a very low health seed. That might actually be something that makes a world of difference for him. Like on a Helmsor King fight, if he only has 7 hearts, that's way better than only having 6.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Alright, using his mirror to glitch away the block inside of the floodgate. Finds a big 20. I think we're up to 5 or 6 of those by now.
Okay, so there's the last piece of heart that Alucard needs to get a full heart container.
I'm sure he's actually very happy about that. Heading over to the mini Moldorm cave next. Yeah,
Ooh, yes.
Alucard killing off a crab for bomb drop and had to go back for it. Nearly walked away, and it's no. You want as many bombs as you can get right now.
Oh wow! Even the mini Moldorms are being kind with the bomb.
Ooh.
Oh,
And Alu's doing some bomb strats, and the mini Moldorms are not being the kindest. But in the end, the mini Moldorms are in the same prize pack as the short sword guards from the beginning. We got a piece of heart, 3 bombs, 5 bomb upgrade, big 20, and big 50. It's not a very exciting mini Moldorm cave at all.
No, not at all. They're still missing a few key items for progression.
Absolutely. So Alucard's coming all the way over here to the Ice Rod Cave. I have a sneaking suspicion, since he has the Moon Pearl, he's probably going to fake Flipper and at least... I don't know if he's going to check out the Hobo, but he'll probably see what's on the Zora Ledge and also go for the Waterfall Fairy items.
Ideally, he needs a few more rupees so that he can hand it in. Oh no, he needs to be careful.
He needs to not die getting over to the Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, because those crabs, when you have only green mail, that's 2 hearts of damage.
Yeah, they're strangely beefy out here. Alucard gets 10 bombs in the Ice Rod Cave and nopes out and decides to go back to Link's house. He quit bombs. I'm guessing he's going straight to Sahasrara now.
Good plan. 200 rupees away, it wouldn't necessarily be worth his time to go up to Zora just yet until he has all the rupees that he needs, so he doesn't have to double back.
Right. It's definitely wise. I still think he could have gone for the Hobo at the very least, though. What do we think Sahasral is going to have for us today?
Oh, okay, so gloves, mail upgrade, and a bottle. And he's just not going to worry about doing Eastern at this point.
I think that's a little weird. I think at that point, this is, you know, I mean, you do have the mirror. There's a chance that pod's required, and you can kind of double up the two. But I think you're already close enough, and you can full clear Eastern Palace. You just go for it. Although, he just got access to Dark World, so he's going to immediately go to Hype Cave. Which, in version 29, is 23% more hype. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, that's okay. Yeah, you know what? If he's able to go ahead and go into pod as well, he might as well. It's also a crystal, so that's good too.
That is.
Yeah, so our red crystals are at Swamp Palace and Thieves Town, and our regular old pendants are Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, which is interesting. That could mean that we don't need Ice Rod, first of all. Potentially, Cane of Samaria may not be needed either.
Hype Cave hitting us up with the boots, which I would say is a 10 out of 10 for hype.
Oh yeah, plus, that was 600 rupees as well. That's even more of a hype.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the rupees we need for the whole rest of this game.
Oh,
and, yeah, Alucard has quite a few options open to him. He can finish off Pod, he can finish off Eastern, he can finish off Thieves Town. Like, these are all full clearable dungeons for him. He's two items away from Swamp Palace. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he's going to go through the pyramid area, and I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to head up to the witch, hand in the mushroom, and do catfish, the other Zora stuff as well.
Yep, get in there for Zora. It's a good idea. I mean, at the very least, he can, sorry. It definitely would be nice if he could find the flippers or fake flipper up there for the pyramid items. And with the boots, he could store a water walk. Although I don't think he's known for doing that very often. Our favorite little extortionist monkey on his way to Pod. Alright, so we're going into Pod early. This is the first dungeon he's entering.
With 4 hearts, that's... Oh wait, does he have 5? No, 4. 4 hearts.
4 hearts and blue mail.
Yeah. I mean, blue mail is good to have, but having only 4 hearts...
Which
he's gonna go into Eastern first, actually.
Yeah, which is why he's going into Eastern. He's like, I don't really want to go into dark rooms and Pod with only 4 hearts. But I have a feeling, like, if push came to shove, you'd go ahead and do them. We have a huge first chest in Eastern Palace with the flute.
Yes, very exciting find.
In fact, I think Alucard's holding on to that mushroom in the off chance that he gets the Cane of Samaria first to maybe do fake powder glitch. And second item on the right-hand side of Eastern Palace is a full heart. I'm sure he's very happy for that. Coming up on the lock you in the Stulphos room. So we have some time here while Alucard's clearing out the rest of this dungeon. Where would you go next after? Would you just go into Pod, kind of finish it up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I would go right into Pod. I'm sure that's exactly what Alucard is planning on doing.
And it looks like we have Mclagging back, who seems to, based on what he has, have done a lot of similar things. He's got the blue mail. He is currently knocking out the Armos Knights. who have the final item of the dungeon, which is another full heart.
Oh, that's so good. I'm glad to see that he's back. Everybody, welcome Mclagging back.
And as soon as we get a menu check, we'll be able to fill in everything else, just to be sure. But it looks like he may have just done Eastern, because he didn't seem to be there from the Dark World. He does not have the boots yet, so he hasn't. I don't think he's been to Dark World yet.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I'm sure he was looking at the fact that he had only 4 hearts. Definitely a good plan.
Alucard finding the compass in the vanilla big key chest, and gonna head on back and kill Armos and get his first crystal as well as another heart container. Mclagging heading over to Kakariko Village to activate the flute that he has. Oh, he's got heaps of stuff in there. Alucard rightly ferrying up before going into the dark room. See how he handles this. Well, not see, I should say. Using sword beams to his advantage. He's found the mimic. He's lost the mimic. He's running into some bad guys here. He might reset the room here in a second. He's at 3 hearts. Shooting around, making sure no one's near him. He's digging through the room. He's hit a mimic with the sword. He's doing a little dash. He's upstairs. He's made it out clear.
Yay. That is definitely a difficult dark room. Meanwhile, it looks like Mclagging is going through the old man cave in the dark.
Absolutely.
Rescue the old man up in the mountain area because he just activated his flute.
Which I think is a nice decision. Coming up to Death Mountain with the mirror and the hammer, you can do pretty much the entire light world up here. Everything's dropping bombs here for Alucard on his way in. Old man giving up his heart. Then he's going to go into his cave and never come out again. It's kind of sad.
He's a whimsical old man. Okay, so Alucard just picked up a full heart container and his very first crystal. So they're both 22 minutes in with their first crystal at Eastern Palace.
Absolutely. Mclagging on top of Spectacle Rock sees... Well, inside he sees 3 bombs, but on top he sees the fire rod. Which nobody's upset to find that.
No, indeed.
Looks like he's also doing his first map check here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is his first time going into the Dark World, and so this is his map check.
But getting that fire rod right before you enter Tower of Hera has got to feel good. It means no matter what, you're going to be able to finish that dungeon.
Yeah, I'm sure that in a perfect world, they don't want to have to go down and do the tile room, but if there's something down there, they got no choice.
Absolutely. It looks like Alucard's going to do kind of the full clear of pod from the front to the back. Not a bad way of doing it. And Mclagging finding the big key downstairs in the cage of Hera and a map on the first floor. He's going to head upstairs and hope to find the 2 items up there instead of having to go back down for the tile room. Alucard finding a small key in the vanilla big key chest of pod, and then checking out the chest below, we find the big key. Looks like the 2 keys just kind of swapped themselves for today.
Nice. Alright, so Mclagging just found the key to the tile room in the basement of Hera.
That's not something you want to see at this point. Because now you're kind of hoping that compass is down in the basement.
Yes, that would be good.
finds a shield upgrade in the big chest.
Yep. And there's
I don't know, I kind of like shield upgrades personally, so...
You do?
it's fun. Yeah, I mean, you get into some fights, or you block a fireball here and there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Alucard has a huge find on the right side of pod, picks up the red cane.
Okay. I'm gonna
Completely
go ahead
unnecessary.
Well, I don't know. Let's say that one of our required items ends up being in Misery Mile or Turtle Rock. I'm gonna make a guess that maybe the hook shot is there.
Ooh, Mclagging doing a spin and then a hammer hit on Moldorm, but when trying to get that last hit, got cornered and knocked off of the platform. Going back up for a second attempt. All right, I think we're gonna test Alucard's metal here. I'm sure he'll go into the dark room by Helmsor King's entrance. He'll probably even do the dark maze. Mclagging finishing off Moldorm with the hammer hit and gets the compass.
Yeah, it's the compass. Okay, so I saw that Alucard picked up a red ruby down there, and I didn't see what the first item was. I don't see a difference on his screen at all, so it was probably more money or maybe an arrow upgrade.
Yeah, it would have had to have been something on the, I believe it's the gold. There's one of the palettes that doesn't show up above the darkness layer. And I don't recall which one it is. But, I think maps don't show up, or maybe the compass doesn't show up. It's something.
Well, he just found the compass. I just saw it, so it wasn't the compass.
Well, okay. Maybe it's big keys.
Yeah, he has a big key.
Purple things. I'm gonna... Big 20.
Just keep guessing.
Swords. Could be anything, really. Could be just about anything. Okay, so Alucard's not going to find the fire rod here. He's also not going to find the lamp here. So he's going into a really dangerous set of rooms if he decides to take on Helmsor King.
Let's see what he decides to do. Okay.
He said he's going for it. Wow.
Yep. He's committed. This is a sequence break.
It is, and it's one of the most difficult ones to do. The turtle room in the dark, if you're not fully comfortable with it, it is really, really hard. Generally, most runners won't go in there without at least the fire rod, because there's some torches you can light.
Yes, that's true too.
Mclagging is over on East F Mountain. It's a big 20 and a piece of heart in the bottom or top of Paradox Cave. You choose. It's the 2-item room.
Well, it is a paradox, so who knows?
I'm getting into the mini Moldorm room with Paradox Cave. 50 rupees, ice rod.
Huh.
Nice, but not needed again. Big heart. Tempered
sword, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, oh man, that would be so... Can you imagine? I was saying the hookshot could potentially be in Misery Mire or Turtle Rock. Imagine this hookshot is actually on Trinex.
Oh, that's
terrible.
That would be so horrid. Yeah, let's make that happen. So, they have everything. No, we need to find the Titan's Mitt. Ooh, okay. Alucard is heading into the room with the 6 turtles right now. First hit, second hit. Got a spin in there. He is blindly hammering around.
Oh man.
Things are getting dangerous. I saw him slash it too. He hit another one. He has no idea what's going on. He's gonna do a spin. He just got hit by a turtle. He's hitting the hammer. Killed one turtle. He's hit 2 other turtles, but I think one of them slipped over. He's killed another turtle. Killed another turtle. There's one more hiding around here. He has no idea where it is. I think he hit it. He hit it with a sword. Did he kill them all? No, there's one more still hiding around here. It just hit him. He might have hit it with the hammer. Spins, looking for it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go, Alu? We have Mclagging working his way into pod as we speak. And we'll be able to see how much easier this room is to do with the fire rod since Mclagging has it. Alucard is 1.5 hearts in. He has a blue bottle, but he gets the final turtle and heads on into the next room where we hope we don't have lonely turtle, which would just be awful.
Lonely turtle in that one warp room?
Yep.
What happens there? Is that a glitch of some sort?
When you hit the hammer pegs back, if the turtle is on top of them, he can walk straight down and glitch right into the next room.
Oh, brutal.
It happens rarely, but every now and again you'll see that lonely turtle hanging out in there. Look, it's kind of funny. So Alucard hitting Helmasaur King with the hammer and his sword out, doing some decent dodging here. Mclagging is working his way to the bow side of Pod. All right,
awesome.
looks like...
whoa, what's it called? The mask is off.
Yep. Looks like he's going for 8 slashes. He is at 1 heart. Alucard is very much in a bad position here. He's going to start shooting arrows faster, faster. Okay, he's done. Alucard, you're giving me heart attacks here. Calm down, buddy.
Don't forget to breathe, Vitor.
Risking it for a big 20 and a crystal.
Oh, man. Well, at least gets a heart refill after this.
Absolutely. So Pod, the only item of interest was that red cane that we know of.
If it was even anything important.
Yeah, the only thing it does is maybe send you into some deeper dungeons.
Yes. Which, for the runner's sake, hopefully they don't have to do that. I mean, for us as viewers, it would be kind of hilarious.
You're hoping for hookshot on pedestal, aren't you?
No, actually. I really, really want this hookshot to be on Trinex.
Just on Trinex proper. Okay.
Yep.
Right, Alucard getting right into it and saying, I'm gonna go ahead and check these bonk locations, checking the flanktuary left chest, and gets the Titan's Mitt. Oh goodness.
Hey.
You know what that means.
Hey.
That means he's turning back around and going to King's Tomb.
Well, also, we have Turtle Rock access now.
We absolutely 110% have Turtle Rock access in front of us. That would be the super gamble to do that right now.
Oh yeah, it would definitely.
Got a big 20 in King's Tomb. I think Alucard's going to go over, activate this flute, and head straight up to Death Mountain. And he's actually going to get to do twice as much as Mclagging did. Or at least 3 more chests. You know, whatever you choose to be your metric for what twice is. It's not twice. Unless he finds the hookshot on Trinex.
Although China's pointing out that we're missing medallions. I totally forgot about those.
Well, that's only if you're not glitching. Oh wait, that's right. This is a no glitches race. Well, no major glitches. Yeah, they have everything they need to get inside of Turtle Rock. Just not tournament legally.
Yeah.
Now, I kind of wish Alucard would have popped up to Death Mountain there, because he'd have the fire rod for this dungeon. Although double dipping Skullwoods isn't terrible. You're coming in here twice anyways, generally, if you're going front and back. We get
True.
key in the change the floor room. That's my new name for it today. And piece of heart in the, I think it's called the pot prison. Uh-oh.
There's Alucard's favorite.
That's right.
The book.
To the right of the big chest in Skullwoods, we find the book, which means we found both items, and Alucard says, I'm gonna peace out of here for now. I'm gonna go do other stuff. Mclagging making effective use of the fire rod down in the basement of Pod, collecting his 2 items, and it was a map.
Oh, hey.
See, one of the many things I named was actually it.
Well, you had a pretty high chance.
That's true. I think Alucard got a piece of heart inside of the C-shaped house. Looks like he's going to head down and check the bomb hut. Affectionately known as the brewery in the spoilers.
Oh, that is a good name for it, actually.
Yeah, it's got some barrels in there. And we find our 3rd and final shield upgrade.
Oh, awesome. So they are going to be rioted right up for Ganon.
Yep, that absolutely also puts Oh, Alucard missing the pull on the fork into Thieves Town. Does a little bonk into the wall.
Are you thinking the same thing I'm thinking right now?
I don't know.
That it puts laser bridge in logic?
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It totally does. Although
Yeah.
Alucard... No, actually, they didn't have any other thing. Wow, for some reason I thought he had the blue cane, but I guess he doesn't. My mind just made that up. I make things up from time to time. I see blue items and I'm like, that's what they have. But yeah, they will have laser bridge totally in logic.
Absolutely. And they just found Bombos, so they potentially have a medallion that opens.
That gets Minotauro. I think for go mode, our runners at this point just need the hook shot and flippers. Like, they need to find those items.
Yeah, they definitely need those 2 items. Is the lamp required?
Well, I mean, it's required by logic, but I don't think... I mean, both of these runners are willing to do pod in the dark. I think they're probably okay.
Yeah. Just in
lampless.
for logic's sake anyway, the lamp technically is required, but...
Yeah, but I think these guys are... It's just a search for the flippers, because... I mean, when Alucard heads up to Death Mountain to go to Hera, which is totally in his... He already has that on his mind. He has the mirror, he has the hammer. He's like, maybe he's holding off for a fire source, but at some point he's going to pull the trigger and just be like, I'm going to head up there. He'll see the fire rod and be like, alright, this is done. I can go do it.
It'll be good too, because he would be able to check, what is it, the Ether Medallion spot?
Yes, he will actually be able to put a lot more things together on his first trip up to Death Mountain.
Yeah, because with having the Titan's Mist, he'll be able to do Dark Side as well.
I don't recall what was on top of the floating island, but
I don't remember seeing it.
we'll just assume it was the most amazing Big 20 anyone's ever seen.
It was super shiny and sparkly.
Yeah.
Alright, so Mclagging, having a fire source, was able to get through the turtle room relatively fast compared to Alucard. And so he just finished up our favorite Helmasaur King.
All the other Helmasaur Kings are no fun.
No, this one's just extra fun.
Actually, I've learned that my most disliked enemy in this game, from Randomizer, from the randomizer that randomizes the enemies, are the baby Helmasaurs. Those things are little heat-sinking pain things.
Their hitbox is really weird.
And you can't hit them from the front, can't hit them from a diagonal. They're just mean.
I personally hate terrapins. They follow you around. It's really hard to get them upside down. If you don't quite hit them right, they'll flip back over and bite your face off. Just not fun.
Not fun.
Meanwhile, Mclagging is doing the wonderful fake powder glitch. If you use up just enough of your magic to trick the
He's
game
certainly
into
trying.
thinking that well, yeah.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Enough magic left. Oh, I was just gonna say, if you trick the game into thinking that you actually have magic powder on the mushroom spot, then the bat will work.
So the thing
Looks like
is,
he's gonna have to.
you
Oh,
don't
go
need
ahead,
any
go ahead.
magic to do it. The point is that you should be out of magic. I think.
Don't you need one more shot?
You shouldn't have any magic at all.
Okay. See, I
You
don't
have
know.
to.
Very well.
It's quick succession. It's basically you're supposed to use the red cane, the frame you're pressing start to have it come down. So he could have sequence broke that, but he gets a heart instead. Not the worst. And he's using up his green pottle. Probably gonna. Nope, not even gonna. He's just like, I'm gonna use this on my way out. That's all I got. but because he realizes he has 550 rupees and he wants to do Zora at some point. See, the fire shield. Alucard killing blind there, took 2 or 3 shots right on the fire shield, didn't take any damage, and gets another big 20 from a boss. That's 2 Dark World bosses with big 20s on them.
Oh, man.
Mclagging, still avoiding the hype cave, is walking around 40 minutes in.
Oh, man, yeah. The longer he goes without those boots, the bigger difference there's going to be in their movement.
It's true. What's weird is Alucard is like, I'm doing South Dark World. That's, you know, like, I'm staying in Dark World, I'm doing these things. I'm gonna refuse to go up to Death Mountain. And Mclagging's like, I'm gonna refuse to do South Dark World. I've done Death Mountain. Kind of the feel I'm getting here.
I don't know what Alucard is hoping for. It's possible that he's hoping for the hookshot so that he can have better routing up in the Dark World and not have to go back to Hookshot Cave.
If he gets the hookshot, he can full clear all of Dark World Death Mountain in one go. Well, all of Death Mountain, just everything. Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that's not bad, although there's a point where you have to sit there and start thinking, how many items are up there? What, you know, like, what are the chances hookshot is up there because of the number of items that are up there?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
And Mclagging getting the big key from Skullwoods. Gonna find out he didn't actually need to snag it. That's fine. Big 20 inside of the hammer peg puzzle. Not so much a puzzle as hit down all the hammer pegs. Alucard not having any better magic using item is slowly using up all of his magic through the red cane. Might honestly be faster to use the Bombos medallion a few times.
Trying to fake powder, I guess.
Oh, he's absolutely gonna go for the fake powder. I can feel it from here. Alright, so he's gonna... I guess he's gonna do it down in there. He's gonna use up the rest of his magic. And we're gonna get a chance here to see what Magic Bat has. If it's Hookshot, that's gonna be huge, because Mclagging gave up his ability to do it. And Alucard gets it first try.
Wow.
And it's a piece of art.
Yep, so not overly important.
Not at all. Mclagging going for a pretty clean start to this fight so far. Mothula isn't being too much of a jerk. Just gotta get one more hit in on him.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Gets his compass and one more item. Looks like Alucard is gonna do the southern route with the purple chest, all the way to the Bombos medallion, or tablet. It's a medallion tablet. So, yeah.
What's that? It's Bombos? Yes.
I don't know.
I mean, they already have Bombos, but it is the Bombos tablet.
The Bombos tablet of Bombosness. We can keep this going for a while, I'm sure. No, I think we're done with it. So, Alucard checking out the infamously named Cave 45, finding a 10 bomb upgrade. And Mclagging getting a small key in the back half of Skullwoods. Alucard actually is going to get a slight advantage to the Skullwoods play he made, where he's only going to check the... Or he's only going to go kill Mothula since he's already found the 2 items, whereas Mclagging is unfortunately checking every single location in there.
Mclagging did back half first?
Yeah, he went straight to the back, which I think if you have the fire rod, it makes the most sense. It's like, go kill the boss, and then work your way backwards, because if you find the items, you can just stop whenever you find the items. As opposed to checking before you get the boss kill, because if, you know, Mothula has it, you're going to check the entire dungeon first. Ooh. It's like Gary's lunchbox is holding some nice silver arrows for us. Going to make the endgame a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, that is one expensive lunchbox.
And we're gonna get our Bombos tablet check. Mclagging's gonna go check the Bumper Cave, get 10 arrows off of Bombo's medallion, and Alucard's gonna go check Agina next. I totally missed what was on the Bumper Cave ledge.
It was a big 20, so not the most exciting thing you're expecting to find.
So you're saying we should immediately find the cape and get back there?
Yes.
Awesome. Got 5 rupees hanging out with Agina. I'm a little surprised. Well, I'm not that surprised. Alucard has crystal dungeons. I'm just slightly surprised that he didn't, like, check the desert ledge or anything. But he might be choosing to flute there. Actually, yeah, I think he's gonna flute there. And go check the Myers shed. Or... I don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna go get this big heart here, probably put a blue bottle potion thing together. The above the graveyard is 10 arrows. Mclagging, checking that out.
Yeah, so these runners, they are missing access to Ice Palace and Swamp Palace right now. They need those flippers, and they need that hookshot.
Yeah, they could get away with doing Ice Palace without the flippers.
Oh,
We
yeah.
both know that.
But they're not gonna find flippers.
Absolutely. I think their hope is that they... Like, if you find hookshot first, you can just go do Ice Palace, go mode it, and move on with your day.
Oh, yeah. But the problem is because in Logic, the flippers are needed for both of these dungeons.
Absolutely.
And that means that you're not going to find the hookshot in Ice Palace.
Right. Well, you might find the hookshot in Ice Palace. We don't know that hookshot's blocking the flipper.
Potentially. I'm more saying that they're running out of locations to check aside from the pendant dungeons that they haven't gone into.
You mean
I know that they're
Trinex.
trying to... Yeah, I mean Trinex.
you mean nothing but Trinex.
It's possible. I'm hoping. I'm really hoping.
Alucard's up on Death Mountain checking the Spectacle Rock Cave, seeing the 3 bombs, is beelining it for that fire rod. You can hear Link scooty booting over to it, and Mclagging is finishing up Thieves Town as well. So we're gonna have our runners kind of trade places for a little bit. Alucard is gonna get to check the Ether Tablet, which is some new information for all of us involved.
Oh yeah.
Eh, 100
More
rupees. It's not the worst. So another interesting thing, Zora has been in Logic this entire time, pretty much. We've had the gloves for a long time.
Hmm.
What do you think the chances are Zora's got something for us?
2%.
2%. That's good.
As per the stat document.
Is that what?
I mean, at this point, vanilla flippers, I wouldn't be surprised. Not as exciting as I was hoping, but you never know.
Is it really 2% is the vanilla flipper chance?
I'm pretty sure that pretty much every location, every item has about a 2% chance.
Interesting. Okay. I never look at these stat documents. They confuse me. Alucard opting not to do the bomb jump to get the big chest here, which is fine. Just gonna do the old traditional to get the mirror shield.
Oh yeah, he's ready for a riot.
Mclagging bombing the upstairs, getting 3 bombs in its vanilla location on the attic of Thieves Town. So a few interesting locations that our runners have open to them. I don't think either runner has gone to the Catfish, to Zora, the Hookshot, the Hookshot Cave, technically, yes. But the Spike Cave is also open and available to our runners-ish.
Oh, yeah.
I think they might need, technically, a cape or a cane at this point, but
yeah,
they have
it's not in
hearts.
logic.
Yeah. But they technically have the hearts to be able to do it. I believe in them. So I have a feeling when Mclagging finally gets over to the Hype Cave, he's been doing. The thing is, when you have stuff to do, you don't really think about any particular location. But he's gonna get there and be like, I might be behind.
Yeah, I definitely be thinking that. However, they seem to be pretty much in sync with each other at this point. They've been doing different things, but they are converging.
They are most certainly converging. The only upside is that I think because of the way Alu has routed this so far, he's had a chance to kind of couple a few things together better. So, like, Mclagging can still check Ether, but it's a whole trip up Death Mountain to go check Ether. And there's potential if he's, like, doing it with Spike Cave, then, yeah, okay, so the synergy gets re-put back in there. But if it's just a single trip up for Ether, then that would probably be bad. Things like that.
Yeah, for sure. It's all about effective routing. We saw a nice clean blind fight over on Mclagging's side. He is awarded with another crystal. So that puts his crystal count to 5. So between the two of them, the only crystals that are remaining are Swamp Palace, Ice Palace, and Alucard needs to go ahead and finish up Swamp Palace.
You mean Skullwoods?
Yes.
That's right. I confuse that all the time myself. In fact, I'm thinking about having an official party to rename them.
To what?
We're gonna call the one that has water all around it Skull Woods, and the one that's forested Swamp Palace.
I like it.
I think
like
everyone.
The difference between a highway and a parkade or something.
A parkway.
Yeah, parkway. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's freeway and parkway or something. I don't know. It's something weird. Silly names for all these things.
Oh yeah.
Mclagging saying, I got 13 hearts. I don't need any more hearts. I'm good to the end of the game. 13 hearts being the amount you'd have in a normal NMG run.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and in our official renaming, I think we'll change Meyer. We'll call that one Ice Palace. And the traditional Ice Palace we'll call Nobody Wants to Go Here.
Honestly, Misery Mire really should have been Swamp Palace.
You know, but yeah. I guess you could make. Go ahead.
I was just kind of giggling a little bit. It's in a swampy area.
Well, so is the Swamp Palace.
I don't know. It could have been called the Water Temple.
But the Misery Mire is more of a watery area than the Swamp Palace area. Although it does have waterish features. I will give you that, where you're raising and lowering water levels. So there is that going for it.
Yeah, the Zelda games loved the Water Temple, lowering of water stuff.
Yeah, they're one of their biggest features is gating you in different ways and having you open and close gates. Ooh, we got Ether and the Red Boomerang and Super Bunny Cave for Alucard. And Mclagging just picks up his boots at 54 minutes, 59 seconds. And all the extra money. I think Alucard's definitely going to do the first chest in Hookshot Cave.
I think... Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, it is the first chest. I was going to say, I think you can get 2, but I forgot that that very first one doesn't actually have anything on
Right.
it, so, yeah. 10 arrows. Not exactly what he's looking for.
And here's your moment of truth.
Oh!
It is Bombos.
It's Bombos! Is he going to do it?
I think he is. He mirrored right here. What are you doing?
He's going to do it.
He's doing this on a whim, on a dream. And I hope this pays off for him, but I'll have to yell at him after the race. Only because he commentated a match of mine where I went into Pendant Turtle Rock before while I was searching for items and had plenty of other places to check. So this kind of a gamble, it's a huge gamble. Because this is not a fast dungeon to check items in.
No, it's not.
But if you find the flippers or the hookshot, I mean, this is the play. And we got Mclagging heading over to Catfish.
I don't know, because isn't there more items overall anyway in Turtle Rock as opposed to Misery Mire? Misery Mire only has, what, 2 items?
Well, they haven't been to Misery Mire area at all. So there's 2 items in the shed, and 1 item hanging out right beside it. So that's 5.
Oh, okay.
Plus Desert Palace, which is another 2. And another one if you beat the dungeon. So I think time-wise, Alucard realizing that he does not have the hookshot and has to kind of wait this out.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, our Zora Ledge item is a piece of heart.
Yep, and the Catfish only gave us a red rupee for our troubles.
That was kind of him.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
old Ike. So it comes down to which pendant dungeon do you go into after this?
I guess it depends if there's anything of value. Oh my goodness. That's a life lesson right there.
That is one of the biggest life lessons you can get.
Yeah. Never trust a fish.
You know, I trusted a fish with my accounting once. It didn't turn out so good. It's
1% return, right?
Yeah. It was the last investment I did with Fish and Bubble Associates. Mclagging picking up his Titan's Mitt just now. See, I mean, that's the other thing, is getting the boot slate's not great, but having one of the biggest, like, world opening progression items behind boots kind of is like, ooh.
Yeah.
But it really just does come down to where's the hookshot, where are the flippers.
That's exactly it. The Titan's Mitts really didn't lock too much for Mclagging. Because they are neck and neck, essentially. I guess Alucard's a little bit ahead in terms of him dipping into Turtle Rock, depending on if Turtle Rock has anything.
He's definitely a little bit ahead in the number of overworld locations checked at this point.
Oh yeah, because I'm pretty sure Mclagging has not... No, he definitely hasn't checked our good friend, what's his name? The frog guy. Jeremiah, our good friend Jeremiah. He'll be happy when he does his lunchbox, Gary's expensive lunchbox.
It's true. Some good quality food in there. But it's everyone, they're hugely gated by the flippers right now. And even if they find the flippers, like, you kind of want to find the hookshot first. Because then, you know, you're like, all right, the only thing I have left to get is the flippers, and then I'm done with the game. But if you get flippers first, that means Hookshot could technically be in Ice Palace or in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But then if you're looking for the hookshot anyway, you're gonna have to full clear Ice Palace.
That's true. I think if I were... Well, so you're still looking for 2 items. I was gonna say, if I were Alucard, I maybe would have gone down and done Skullwoods, checked the pedestal just in case. Because you have 2 items that can very much be on there right now. The hype is very still real and alive.
Other than he was already there, he was already at Turtle Rock, and if he's thinking potentially this being a pedestal seed, then maybe he's just gonna go right out and finish up Turtle Rock anyway.
That's true. We have Mclagging finding the powder on the desert ledge and slashing at it very erratically. So he'll pick that up and get his piece of heart in a little bit. Alucard gets the gold sword in the Turtle Rock big chest. Not exactly great, but not unwelcome either.
Mclagging just finding rupees.
Yeah, in our Myers shed there. All right, so
yeah.
B, what would you do at this point? You're feeling. Let's say you actually pick either runner. What's the mindset of each of our runners?
That hookshot is on Trinex.
Okay, so
no. I don't know. They're both thinking different things, right? Mclagging's probably thinking, okay, Misery Mire is the play that I have to do right now. And I'll just go through this whole area and hope for the best. Meanwhile, Alucard's saying, you know what? Turtle Rock has a lot of items. Let's go ahead and do that and see what happens.
So far, it's been a whole lot of no good, but...
Oh my god, my dream!
Your dream may be alive.
My dream is alive!
But the hookshot is dead, because it is in Desert Palace.
Yeah, boots required.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, my consolation prize is potentially Trinex having the flippers.
That's true, although I have a sneaking suspicion that it's probably going to be over here as well.
Oh,
I'm thinking that Turtle Rock, because you had all those items early, was totally a red herring. I have that feeling. But luckily Alucard isn't going to be here too much longer.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that was the second item out of Desert Palace.
There is a third item in Desert Palace.
We're talking about the pendant?
Yeah, there's the item for killing Landmo. But I think at this point... Oh, we got the blue cane. Maybe Alucard's going to go over and check out that cave place thing.
Spike cave?
Yeah, that place. The one with all the spikes in it?
Yeah. Spikes. Death.
Spikes and death.
What a punishing cave. Let's go into Spike Cave, where you end up finding the Cane of Burna at the end.
That's true. It's wonderful, though. I mean, you have to use the cave to get there, maybe. Actually, I think it was traditionally like if you're strong enough, and you can walk it with 13 hearts if you're just like casual about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So Alu should actually be able to walk through this without using the blue cane and just power through it. The only thing that would hurt Alu the most in this particular situation is if the flippers are in the hookshot cave.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's what Mclagging is off to do, is checking hookshot cave.
But I think... Yep, he's about to get in there right now. Alucard's probably going to go flute down and do Skullwoods because he still has to. He'll probably do that hype pedestal check for everyone. And he's probably not going to do it fast enough for us to find out whether it's in this cave or not.
No.
But half magic is in there.
That would have been helpful for Turtle Rock.
That would have. Here's the question. It's not even a question. I think Mclagging's going to go into Turtle Rock now.
I think it makes sense. Oh,
nope.
Maybe not.
He said, I'm just checking out what it is. I'm going over this way instead. It's... I don't know if I would... Maybe he's going to check Ether first.
Yeah.
He's looking for one item. You don't want to commit to an entire dungeon if that one item is really close by.
It's interesting that he did not go into Misery Mire.
Yeah. That's another... I think the thought was, let's not do the big time commitments, and Misery Mire itself is a time commitment.
Yeah, for sure it is.
So Alucard's gonna go in, kill Moth, and then probably do a pedestal check on the backside. For a second I thought Mclagging was gonna do a pedestal check. But headed up towards the middle, he's going into Dark World to probably do our... Or he's just going a unique way to do the pedestal check. Okay.
Yeah. Alright, everybody, get your pedestal prayers in chat.
Which, if it is on the pedestal, Alucard's ahead. If it's not on the pedestal, it's anybody's game.
Yep.
But it means it's in Mire.
Oh, Couch Cash.
But Mclagging doesn't know which place it is. And Alucard's going to be poised for heading towards Misery Mire and Turtle Rock. Or Misery Mire and Desert. So Alucard will probably... I mean, like, that's the most logical place to go next for him.
Is Misery Mire?
Is Misery Mire Desert area, because it's the most dense location. He'll know it's not on the pedestal. Sorry, everyone. The pedestal is no longer.
This was one of those times where it definitely was a pretty good chance.
No, it was
highly
probable. But we're down to... So I think, Alucard's probably going to do the check immediately, and then chest density, it's Misery Mire and Desert area are his best bets. But I don't think he'll go into Misery Mire either. I think he'll probably get the hook shot and go back up to Hookshot Cave, maybe. Although that seems like such a far trip. I don't know. That one's tricky. I don't know what I would do in this case. I would probably just stick to what I was closest to.
Yeah, me too. I'm in the Mire area. I'm just gonna clear it out, see if I come up with anything, and hopefully get these flippers.
But Mclagging's, after he does this little bit of overworld, I think, well, he did do South Dark World, I think. He just didn't do this particular chunk of the fetch quests or the kind of longer quests. He's gonna go get that piece of heart. Be very satisfied with that.
Oh, I don't know. I'd be a little bit tilted about that, actually.
And we don't know if Sahasrara has anything because neither of our runners have beaten Desert Palace. Alucard will probably be our first to do it. Okay, so I can see this. If I was in this area and in this position, and I get the hook shot out of Desert, and then I get the second item, he's totally going to pick up this powder because it's free. But I would then beat Desert and immediately go to Sahasrara. Because if that's the game-winning play, that is a huge, win. If not, you can just flute back to Mire, and it's almost no time loss.
That's true, yeah. And then you can do Mire... Oh, then you don't even have to go into Mire. Yeah.
Well, you'd still have to go into Mire, because that's where we're thinking the flippers have to be at this point.
Well, unless Sahasrara has the flippers.
Well, yeah, no, if Sahasrara has the flippers, then yeah, you're done. I'm saying you can flute back to Mire if he doesn't. It's not like you're losing a whole bunch of time traveling all over the world. How did he miss that button? Alright, so Mclagging gets his silver arrows. Alucard He's gonna go find his second item, and then we'll see what he ends up doing. I'm not entirely sure what Mclagging has on his mind. It's the King's Tomb. I think this was just a full heart, maybe? Big 20. We got a bee in a bottle. Alucard mirrors out, and what does he do? Does he go back into the portal? Does he's going for Landmo.
Yeah. So he's thinking the same thing that we are. That Sahasrara might have something.
Absolutely. And Mclagging is going back to Mire. He says, I don't want to have anything to do with Turtle Rock.
Definitely smart move. Now, okay, I was gonna say, is he gonna go ahead and try and see what's on the pedestal or on Sahasrara, or no? He's gonna go right in.
And this is one of those. They're both time-consuming plays. They're both absolutely time-consuming plays for our players. Mclagging will gain some time if Sahasrara does not have the flippers here. Are there any locations that could be flippered that we have not seen? I don't think so.
No, I think they have gotten everything they possibly could that's in the overworld.
Also, where is the lamp?
That is a very good question.
Alucard getting a little unlucky with his gold sword slashes on the Landmo here, but clears it up. Gets his compass and his green pendant.
Yep.
Mclagging coming up on the first chest in Misery Mire and gets the flippers, and he's peacing out. Ooh, so this is going to give Mclagging a bit of a lead, which is fine. It's good for him.
Yep.
Alucard's probably going to go drop off this pendant immediately, and then who knows where he's going to go. Probably, I would assume back to Mire, but he might end up going up to Hookshot Cave.
Oh man, yeah. Let's hope for Alucard's sake that he does go to Mire. That way the time difference isn't going to be too heavy. But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Mclagging in go mode, so he is going to go through the rest of these dungeons in super speed.
That's right. And both of these two dungeons are just stinky fast when you're in go mode. Yep, Alucard looks like he's heading back up to Death Mountain to check out the Hookshot Cave. This makes sense. There are 3 items here. There are 2 items at Misery Mire. And after this, he's going to Misery Mire, because I don't think he has any other choices. He has a mirror location above the graveyard, which is also not great. But that's one location, so hopefully he goes towards the more dense area.
Yeah, hopefully.
But time-wise, yeah, Alucard actually has an entire full clear of Turtle Rock on top of what he's been doing so far.
Yeah, considering he full cleared Turtle Rock, his time is very good.
Misses the hookshot clip here. Alright, so Mclagging's just, I mean, this is go mode. He's not going to open a single chest in these dungeons.
No, he's not going to need anything. He doesn't need the big key.
Nope. Bomb jump here, and he'll open up the small key chest in Swamp Palace, and that's it. I should be fair about that one. Ooh, does get the bomb jump, but then gets knocked off. So he has to do the bomb jump one more time. That could be a little daunting, but this will be fine. It's doing good.
This is fine.
This everything's fine. Going down towards the Pengator room. Alucard opening up his 3 chests in the Hookshot Cave. About to have some disappointment. But, I mean, half magic. Immediately saves and quits. Where is he going next? Starting in the mountain cave means he's going to be fluting away.
Hopefully to Misery Mire to get those flippers.
Yeah, the only other option is the graveyard ledge, so let's see. You were practicing it, Alec. You don't stop at 3. You go all the way to, was it 6? Go to 6. Mclagging heading down towards Cold Stare. The flippers were in the first or second chest that most people would check when they enter Mire.
Yeah, the flippers were right away along the bridge, where the bridge kind of just sort of falls away.
Oh, looks like we're getting a bumper cave check, and then probably graveyard ledge, and then I don't think there's a single place left that Alucard can go that isn't Misery Mire. I mean, he could go do Ice Palace with a fake flipper. But
I don't see why he would. He's not looking
there's...
for anything other than flippers.
Well, you could do it as a way to like clear your mind while you're figuring out where to go next. If you like legitimately can't think of any place, I would go do it and just be like, all right, I'm just gonna go quickly clear this dungeon while I think about where I can go next.
Okay, we're talking not doing a full clear of it, just doing it as if you're in go mode.
Yeah, because the only thing you need are flippers, and flippers you know can't be in there.
Yeah,
all right,
okay.
Alucard, down to a single place in the world left to go. Has to go to Misery Mire. He knows it. He's angry.
Yep.
He's slashing. He's not that angry. He's always a jovial person.
Could be a little frustrated.
Absolutely. And I think the frustration would be he was right here. He could have done this. And he knows it's here. He's just hoping now that he's not behind. And at 116, with 2 dungeons to go, you wouldn't feel too behind. But after full clearing basically every dungeon, you'd feel kind of behind. I know, there's a lot of talk about feeling behind around here. I don't know what the opposite of that is. Feeling forward?
Feeling ahead?
I guess that's we can say that today. We'll call it that for today.
Okay.
All right, Alucard was practicing this before they started the race, so let's see how quickly he does this. He missed a few of those, so he's getting a 2-cycle Wiz Robe. Not bad for 2-cycle. All right, so he's gonna have some ground that he's gonna need to make up. This is totally Mclagging's game to lose at this point, if he chooses to. But I think he's got his rhythm on. He's rolling towards the end, and it's not even a matter of a sword anymore. So Alucard picks up his flippers, pieces out. Let's see which dungeon he decides to do first.
I think maybe at this point he might be feeling the what do you want to call it? Not the behind, but the pressure. Feeling the pressure. So he is going to do Swamp Palace.
Yeah, that's fair.
He has a little bit of ground to cover to be able to catch up, because Mclagging has already finished Ice Palace. He's already on his way to the back half of Swamp Palace.
Yeah, Alucard's got about a go mode and a half dungeon to go. That's about how far behind he is. Which,
yep.
I mean, it's a few minutes now? 2 minutes, 3 minutes?
Oh yeah, they are definitely very close. Anything can happen between now and the end. There could be a very unfortunate fall to Ganon. You could run out of magic, although with half magic that'd be really hard to do. You could make the wrong gamble going to the wrong side of Ganon's tower. Anything could happen, really, with 2 minutes difference between the two of them.
Absolutely, but we would never wish anything bad upon anyone.
No, of course not.
But it is a matter of, at this point, it's you kind of just gotta stick your head down and race the best you can. And I think the one kind of the gamble Alu made on Turtle Rock was a good gamble, but it didn't pay off. I think if he would have skipped that, that would have easily given him a good opportunity in this match at this point. We got Mclagging trying the quick kill on Argish. Not quite getting it. There's a lot of R's in his name.
There are,
He's actually He's an eye pirate. He's the eye that a pirate is missing when they're wearing a patch.
Oh wow.
Yeah. We'll go
That's a
with
big eye though. He must have drank too much of the swamp water.
Is that what swamp water does to your eyes?
Yes.
Okay. So, Argus, the swamp water drinking eyeball, is our... We learned more about him today. I feel closer. I feel closer to him.
He's a little misunderstood pirate.
Alright, so Mclagging's heading up to Ganon's Tower. I have a feeling we're gonna see a nice and early big key. I don't know what it has been, but my last few runs personally, it's been like big key is in the first 2 chests consistently. I want that. I want that for any speedrunner. You're at 120. Oh, just the feeling of getting that. Your original call out at the beginning of the game was 135, right?
It was indeed, yes. So we'll see if that ends up being the case.
That would have to be a relatively late key, but it's possible, depending on where that key is sitting in that tower.
So, speaking of the big key, we have a little game that we like to play, the big key guessing game. There are 22 possible locations that the big key can be in Ganon's Tower. Go ahead and put your guesses in, and if you guess correctly and you have subscribed to any of our channels or donated 250 bits, then you will be put on the leaderboard and be given some bragging rights. So get those guesses in. We'll end the game as soon as Mclagging's crystals show up right here at Ganon's Tower.
You know, I honestly heard you say bacon rights, and
oh yeah, bacon rights. That's the one.
Can I have bacon rights instead of... You said bragging rights, but can I have bacon rights?
You go ahead and take the bacon rights. I don't eat bacon myself, so you can have my share.
Fair enough. So now I have all the bacon rights, and that's just how we're going to be from here on out. Mclagging heading into Ganon's Tower at 122.02-ish, and some change. Alucard going off for his Ice Palace quick clear. And we don't know what the first chest was, but it wasn't the big key because we're continuing. It was a small key. You got 2 small keys. Gonna go ahead and are we gonna gamble on the tile room? No, we are not. So I generally disagree with going right-hand side. It's mathematically worse than going left-hand side. Always. Do you have a left-right preference there yourself, B?
I'm gonna say left.
You're gonna say left? That's fair. I mean, I think left. It's what's gonna happen now that I've said that is I'm gonna be proven that my statement was completely incorrect. I don't know what those other 2 chests were, but we're going to assume that they weren't good enough. We're getting this key and mirroring. Although I will say this, if you do go right, go full right. Just go all the way to past Ice Armos, right?
Yeah, that's it, right? It's the item location.
We have 20 rupees on Bob's torch. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're coming up on the 8th location.
Does the torch count as a location if they didn't pick it up?
Yes, because they see
it. Okay. That's fair.
Number 8's some bombs. Number 9's a key. Number 10's a piece of heart. Number 11's a piece of heart.
Oh,
it's
boy. Alright, Alucard just needs to do a bomb jump here in Ice Palace. He's a few rooms away from getting down into Cold Stair. Meanwhile, Mclagging is still looking for this big key in Ganon's Tower.
Checking out the map room, finding a small key. Little key for key action there. Alucard nailing his bomb jump. And Mclagging utilizing the best boomerang in the game for the best boomerang in the game strats. Basically the only place you use it. Which is that more than can be said for the red boomerang. Sorry, I dislike the red boomerang. It's not my favorite.
Apparently, it lags a lot.
It does. But if I had my way, I would just put 2 blue boomerangs in the game and let people deal with it. Speaking of which, in V30, we're going to have 2 blue boomerangs in the game, and the red one will be gone.
Really? Or are you just okay? You're just playing. I mean, I would believe anything that you say. Okay, so we just found the big key. I want to say that was 14.
Oh, I wasn't counting. We'll say someone will say. 14 sounds nice. I stopped counting at 10 when I started thinking about multiple boomerangs that were all blue in the game.
Okay, so it looks like other people have said 14 as well. Okay, great. I'm glad that my guessing is good.
Yeah, no, that's point on.
Yeah, very good.
Mclagging using silver arrows to get past these mimic rooms, cutting through them like butter, but with silver. If maybe your butter knife is a silver butter knife, yeah, we'll go with that. Alright, we got Mclagging starting up the gauntlet. Going really smoothly through the gauntlet. Oh, okay. I take that back. Doing pretty good through the gauntlet here. Taking some BMOS hits, but still doing good with the health. This Gauntlet 2 room is not being kind to him. And Alucard making his way up the right side of Death Mountain. That second room was so fast. Or third room, that was the third room gauntlet. Doing actually really good in the fourth room there. So we're going to switch up to Fire Rod, kill ourselves a Stalfos. If you move just the slightest bit left in fire, you pretty much always hit that Stalfos with Fire Rod.
That is good intel. I will be trying that when I do a run later.
Absolutely. It's one of the key things is you don't have to move much left, but enough left and he'll just explode even if he's nowhere near it. It's kind of funny because of the splash damage off the Fire Rod. Mclagging starting with silver arrows on land mode 2, misses them, but then switches over to Fire Rod and does some quick cleanup.
Yeah. So Alucard is now entering Ganon's tower. If he ends up going to the left side first, then he'll make up a little bit of time.
Let's be realistic. He's gonna go right hand side. This is Alucard.
So he'll do the full side with the torches and everything?
I don't know if he'll like I'm sure he'll go to the compass room, which is on that side. He'll see 2 keys and he'll think I'm behind. YOLO. Come on. If he goes left, I'll be surprised. Yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, looks like we had a bit of Mclagging issue with the torch room here, but he's getting through just fine.
So I think Mclagging still has a blue potion. So if he needs to do a refill against our bacon friend, then that'll be fine.
Did he get a blue? I know he used one. He used his green potion in the potion shop and then did not buy. He probably has a blue potion hiding away.
Oh, if that's the case, I do recall him using his blue potion for something, and I don't remember what it was offhand.
Well, we'll assume he has.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
He's pretty stacked here with 15 hearts and silver arrows, and hopefully he didn't cross the that room improperly with that spin attack. There's a chance if you do a spin attack and hit Moldorm, you can despawn the rest of Ganon's tower. Ganon's tower was just programmed pretty awful. But if you quadrant glitch by doing spin attack where you cross the quadrant, there's a chance that you mess everything up.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah,
I know that there's a couple spots in the tower as well that if the door happens to be closing at the same time that you're trying to leave, it will also despawn the bosses as well.
Yeah, it
and the
despawns
enemies.
the entire upstairs. It's awful. I've had it happen to me twice. And got a 2-2-2, which is really nice, including the third one having a blue ball in there. Mclagging is on to Ganon. Ganon has many wonderful things that he says to our opponents to kind of taunt them when they enter there. I don't know if I personally have a favorite, but do you, B? You have one you're looking forward to seeing generally, or?
I like the one about cheese.
The cheese facts?
Cheese facts. Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh. Well, hopefully we get some cheese facts here for you. Looks like we're getting a reference to Spaceballs.
Awesome.
And Alucard entering the randomizer room where we believe the big key to be, and Mclagging working on his Ganon Phase 2.
Hey, is my 135 dream alive here, or is it going to be a little bit earlier?
It's probably going to be
maybe?
a touch earlier. I would think a 133 with silver arrows.
Yeah.
If it were silverless or Master Sword silverless, we'd easily be in the 135. But it was a good call out. Although Alucard might actually be in the 135 range.
Oh, hey, so my dream is slightly alive still. That's good.
Yeah. I mean, we can go call Mclagging real quick and be like, hey, we need you to chill for about 2-3 minutes. I'm just kidding.
He missed torch glitch. Bleh. Torch glitch.
You don't need it so much for Silvered Ganon. It's actually, you can get a faster kill if you don't do the torch glitch on Ganon with silvers.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, what you do is you kind of coax him into being in the middle of the room, and then you can guarantee a double hit with silver arrows. So you hit him immediately after he does his taunt with where the silvers are in Randomizer, but when he's telling you about his darkness technique. And we have Mclagging entering the Triforce room.
That just happened.
It most certainly did. Is an official SR TV time of 1:32:22, and what you do is you hit him once, then you get the torches. You want to hit it just right after he warps. You want to get the second torch, so he's kind of a little away from you, but still in the center of the room, and you can easily get 2 more hits, and then you can get the third hit. You can potentially get a triple hit, which would then just like kill him really quickly.
That'd be awesome. Okay, so a good game to Mclagging. We will not be getting any interviews for him for this because, like we were saying at the very beginning of this race, Mclagging and Alucard are going to be racing again very shortly, within the next 10 minutes or so. So don't go away. We will be seeing race number 2.
Absolutely, but we're definitely gonna keep commentating out Alucard.
Oh yeah.
At the end of this year. He's doing a good dash up this bridge. We'll give a bit more of a play-by-play. He's walking into the torch room. He equips the fire rod because it's the only rod he has right now. He does a pretty good job here getting it. It looks like he's going to be well-timed in the next room to dash up the stairs if he wants. But he might wait just to be safe. We'll see what he does. Nope, he's going for it. He has, I believe, just enough magic to hit these. 4 more torches.
Yeah, he is living life on the edge here.
Yep, I think he can... I don't know if he has enough to actually powder this next room. It might be enough to do 1 powder. He says I don't want to powder him. I got enough health. He's gonna get a magic refill and move on with his day. Going into the Moldorm 2 fight. With that gold sword, gonna try a dash, gets 1 slash in. All he needs to do is get a 2nd slash and he can move on to the next area.
That was a fast Moldorm fight.
You gotta love the butter sword.
Oh yeah.
Checks out the last chest in the game, gets a 5-arrow upgrade. It doesn't even fill up the 5 arrows for him, so it's kind of pointless since we're not opening another chest from here to the end of the game. Dashes up the right side and then continues his dash to head towards the Aghanim 2 fight. Most common place for people to get soft-locked with the cape is right here. It's also the worst place to get soft-locked with the cape.
I think getting soft lock period is terrible.
That's true. Gets a triple on his first Aghanim. Has the potential to get a double triple here. We'll see if he can pull it off. And does not. Will not be able to get a triple here because one of those balls we already know is a blue ball. And should be able to just finish this up with a single extra hit. Okay. He'll get it next round. Lines himself up, is prepared, does a spin, gets that last hit on Aghanim 2, and is prepared for his Ganon fight. Just has to get 6 sword slashes with the gold sword in each phase, and then 4 slashes in phase 3, followed up by 4 arrow hits. It's almost like you've probably never heard of this fight before, but it's going to be good. Ganon's going to taunt him about his sisters, brothers, roommates, dogs, pets, friends, former something or other.
Roommate?
Yes, I think that's where it ends.
It's roommate, yeah.
Your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate. What does that make us, you ask?
Absolutely nothing.
Wonderful. I'm
pretty sure that's the actual quote.
That is the old quote. He was going to say absolutely nothing, but Ganon only gets 3 text boxes, so people who are normal NMG runners don't lose their timing of how to mash through those boxes. It's the reason he also has the silver hint in the second, between phases 3 and 4, because Ganon normally taunts you with his darkness technique. Ooh. That was bad, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ooh, you know, I guess I could totally put something in about Ganon talking about the Schwartz.
Oh, that would be good.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. Alucard gets all of his arrow hits in there. He's just waiting to walk into that Triforce room and see the lovely message, which he's probably going to feel a little bit of because he legitimately full cleared that game.
Yeah. He was only missing finishing up Misery Mire, and that was it.
Pretty much. And he sees, well, that just happened. He finishes with an official SRTV time of 1 hour, 37 minutes, and 42 seconds. Our runners are going to go take a 10-minute break, get some water, I don't know, walk outside, enjoy the night air for a few minutes, think about their next race, clear their heads, get rid of all of the awful thoughts of, like, going independent Turtle Rock and things like that. I would like to thank everyone on the Speed Gaming staff, all of the admins, everyone working on this tournament. B-Links for being my co-commentator. You're amazing.
Thank you very much. You are also amazing. I'm glad to have had the opportunity to commentate with the legendary Vtorp. Also, we're both Bs, so that works too.
That does work for me. Would like to thank Merc for being our tracker this evening, and Cyclone for handling the restream.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to everybody behind the scenes and everybody over on the Speed Gaming channels 1 through 6. Coming up next, we're going to be seeing Jet082 and Firewood King as your commentators. So get a little bit hyped up and have the wonderful rest of your evenings and mornings and afternoons and days, whatever time it is.
Well, we need to before they get in here think of some way that they control Jet, because Jet, Alucard and I used to race all the time, and we still race and have fun. But chat, you need to come up with something to keep saying to Jet that he doesn't understand, just to like confuse him. Play a little game with him here.
What if he's in chat right now, though?
Oh,
he'll know.
He wouldn't be watching. He's preparing to commentate.
Well, I see Firewood King is in chat right now, so I don't know.
That's true. We're gonna get to see some stuff. I love Woodfellas. That is a great credit line there.
Well, let's just say, chat, to just keep asking questions about it being a jet seed.
Yeah, just be like, is this a jet? Even if it's not anything like a jet seed, just be like, oh, does that make this a jet seed? Just keep asking him, like, periodically throughout it. Just even if it's like, oh, you have to kill Aghanim, does that make this a jet seed?
Yeah.
You can definitely have some fun with him. But we will, I think we'll go ahead and take our leave and let them kind of have some chill music here, and you will be joined by Jet and Firewood King shortly.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much. It's been VTorp and B-Links hanging out with you, watching Alucard and Mclagging. Duke it out.